The holidays are a time for gatherings and food is often at the center, but making smart choices can be challenging. Author, athlete, and global nutritionist at Abbott's Lingo Business, Pam Knežević-Bede joins us to share tips on navigating holiday eating and how tools like the Lingo Continuous Glucose Monitor can help us understand our bodies better during the season and beyond. Thank you so much for joining us today. The holidays are rooted in traditions, and food is a big part of that. So how can we still, enjoy the food, but keep a healthy top in mind?
It is possible. You can have that cake and eat it too across the holidays when you kind of know how your body's responding. So food surrounds us during the holidays. It's something we really look forward to. And we don't want to overhaul those familiar favorites, but we can make small tweaks to our recipes and add more movement across our day to stay metabolically healthy. And now we have tools to really know what's going on behind the scenes, how our body is responding to our different foods, our exercise, even stress. And that's where Abbott's Lingo Continuous Glucose Monitor comes in. So Lingo is this small biosensor. Sits on the back of your arm. You wear it for up to 14 days, and it's going to pair with the Lingo app on your smartphone. And through the app, you're going to get minute-by-minute details of how your glucose is responding to your day. Because glucose moves across our day, but when we can keep it steadier and in the right range, we feel better. So it impacts our short-term health, like our mood, our energy, our focus, and it impacts our overall health. So glucose is something that matters. And by knowing how your body is responding to your nutrition, you can build the habits that work better for you this holiday season and into the new year.
So let me ask you, what happens when our glucose spikes, and then how can we manage it during the stress of the holidays?
Some glucose movement across our day is normal for all of us. Glucose spikes and crashes are the way we really feel when we've overindulged and we've had a heavy carbohydrate meal and then we need that nap afterwards, right? Or we just ate and now our focus is falling off, or we don't sleep well. A lot of that has to do with glucose. So when you can get those real insights into how you're personally responding with the data in your own hand, you really feel empowered to say, okay, this is the habit that I want to change. This is the food that I want to eat first, or adding in, protein to recipes or more fiber to recipes. You start to build the habits that work better for you. And it's all about how your glucose is faring across the day.
Gotcha. Okay, so what are some simple swaps that we can make,
Certainly. So we used to overhaul our recipes, and we don't want to take a ton of our favorites away, right? We want to add to it. So we've got some make-ahead mashed potatoes. We've added more protein with Greek yogurt. So protein, fat, fiber, slow down digestion, kind of navigate away from those spikes and those crashes. And we also made them ahead of time. Not only does that reduce the stress of putting all the foods on the table, but you create something called resistant starch. It's a type of carbohydrate that really slows down digestion absorption. So you have those nutrients, but not as much of that spike and that crash. And we've got glazed carrots. We removed some of the high sugar, and instead we added monk fruit sweetener. We added some cinnamon for some extra health benefits. Or maybe you can just start the meal with going green, right? Adding in a salad ahead of time for more fiber, more nutrition, so that you move towards better metabolic health. And again, with your real-time insights on your smartphone, you're going to know which of these swaps and these tweaks work better for your metabolic health.
Fantastic tips. Okay, so what about holiday drinks and desserts?
Wearing Lingo, it was one of the most insightful ways into how my body is responding to dessert and to drinks, right? So we've thought through our indulgent desserts like our fudge, but we've added in some healthy fats. We've added in some pecans to slow down that digestion. Adding in, a mocktail or a dry spritzer to our favorite drinks instead of high sugar really, helps with that glucose control as well. So again, it's just making these simple swaps, these simple tweaks so that you can still have these delicious and thoughtful, meals and snacks, but do so in a way that is helpful for health.
Right, and it sounds like they're very easy switches to make. It's not like, we're redoing our whole holiday menu, so that's very cool. Let me ask you, how does the combination of technology and these tips work together?
So with this technology, with CGMs, with Lingo, you are able to kind of peel back the curtain, see how your body is responding to your day, to your recipes, to your choices. And it's minute-by-minute empowerment in the palm of your hand. So you can build the habits, move them into the new year in a way that works better for you and to bring your goals to life.
That sounds very interesting. So where can we go to learn some more information?
You can learn more about our holiday eating guide. You can try Lingo for yourself by visiting hellolingo.com.
Thank you so very much. I really enjoy this conversation this morning. And guys, if you want to catch this segment again or others like it, head over to First Coast News Plus.